Hello and welcome to this MRC PCH revision video. This video is a brief follow-up to our previous video on understanding diagnostic tests. I'm quite certain that most, if not all of you, have been asked to justify ordering a test that a senior colleague has deemed unnecessary. This video explains why unnecessary testing is unhelpful. We'll use the same scenario as the last video of the 2-year-old with fever. This time, however, the history, symptoms and signs all point towards a diagnosis of acute tonsillitis. You're 95% certain that acute tonsillitis is the correct diagnosis, until a colleague tells you that the urine dip they performed is positive for nitrites. So, how does this change things? First, let's assign our pre-test probability. We were 95% certain that the diagnosis was tonsillitis. That leaves 5% for an alternative diagnosis, in this case UTI. So, our pre-test probability of UTI is set at 5%. This means that in 100 children, 5 will have UTI, leaving 95 without a UTI. We know from the last video that the sensitivity and specificity of urine nitrites are 50 and 98% respectively. Now we can populate our 2x2 table. We know that sensitivity is A divided by A plus C. The sensitivity is 50% or 0.5. A plus C is 5, so A is 0.5 times 5, which is 2.5. That leaves 2.5 remaining for box C. Moving on, we know that specificity is D divided by B plus D. The specificity is 98% or 0.98. B plus D is 95, so D is 0.98 times 95, which is 93.1, leaving 1.9 behind for box B. All that remains is to calculate the positive predictive value, which is A divided by A plus B. That is 2.5 divided by 2.5 plus 1.9, which works out to 0.57. So our post-test probability of UTI jumps from 5% to 57%. You can see that this has introduced significant doubt to our diagnosis. What does this mean? Was it a false positive? Could the child have both tonsillitis and a UTI at the same time? What do? Do you treat for both tonsillitis and UTI? Do you do more definitive testing for UTI first? Do you simply ignore the nitrite test? I hope this illustrates that diagnostic testing is really only helpful in cases where the diagnosis is uncertain. In cases such as this example, where enough data existed to make a confident diagnosis, testing only introduced doubt and uncertainty.